Hello everyone, this is Them, and I will be casting another Evo game for you guys today. We're going to have our Evo player, Evo Demo, spawning here on Xalnaga Caverns versus his opponent, his other Terror player, Herofighter. So Demo is also Terran, so it's going to be a TVT matchup. And what I know from Demo is what he likes to do in a TVT matchup. He likes to do a lot of Marines, maybe do a Hellion. A Marine drop with a couple Hellions to attack the front so his units are distracted, and then transition into Banshee play. And I hear this works very well against his Terran player and his Zerg player. I have learned from that, and I integrate that with myself. And he also likes to 2-Rax Expo, which is very good. He's ranked Masters at 2,800 right now on the standings. Hoorah for Demo! He is racking himself up those rankings. And his opponent, Herofighter, is also Master League. I think he is ranked 1,200 right now. So it's going to be a very, very interesting battle because Demo is the underdog right now because he is ranked a really higher amount. A lower, kind of like a lower amount, but higher amount usually in the standings. So in the ranking standings, and it looks like Herofighter's throwing down his first barracks, as is Demo. So nothing really interesting going on right now. Just some scouting SCVs going out there, and then Demo's throwing down his barracks, and no cheese really is going down. Just scouting SCVs going up. But so yeah, Demo is the underdog in this situation. So that's gonna be fun to watch. And how he if he even knows that, because I took a look at the standings and I found out this for myself, so that's going to be interesting. I like to say that's interesting a lot because I just like to say the word. It's fun, interesting. Anyway, that was really lame. But so Demo's going for basically his standard build like he does. He goes to the barracks, gets that first Marine out, grabs that orbital command. All Terran players should basically be doing that. Get that first Marine, grab the orbital command. It's key to have that orbital command first as soon as possible, because then if you have the orbital command as soon as possible, you can calm down mules, scanning if he has that cloak Banshee going down or whatnot. So that's going to be interesting. I had a little bit of lag there. That was interesting too. So it looks like basic standard builds going on here. Now, when I play, I have learned a lot from Demo because he has taught me. He has actually given me a couple of free lessons. Yay for him. Thank you very much for giving me free lessons. I like that a lot. Ooh. Herofighter might be going for a 1-1-1 build with the barracks, the factory, and the starport. Almost like a Destiny Cloud Fist build that Husky likes to call it, but that's besides the point. But, so, back to what I was saying about Demo. He has given me lessons, and he is a very good Terran player, and he's teaching me how to expand well and keep that expo running and be able to have those static defense stuff if needed to defend the expo, and basically grab 3 bases, grab 4 bases, and whatnot just to keep expanding. So he teaches me the 2-Rax expo, which is actually very common now as a Terran player. As you can see here, he's getting his factory himself and grabbing that. So he's not going to be 2-Raxing kind. He's going to be pumping out those Marines, getting out that factory, probably to pump out some Hellions, I'm guessing. As again, I haven't seen this replay before. This is the first time I've actually seen it at the same time as I'm casting it, so that will be good. It looks like okay, Evil Mind is just saying some stuff there to me. I'll take a look at that after game. But it looks like that the starport is going down for Herofighter, so it is going to be like a Destiny Cloud Fist build, 1-1-1 build going down. Another starport is going down, so each opponent's kind of opening up with a 1-1-1 build. He's thrown that. He switched that barracks. Demo switched that barracks with the reactor on it to the factory with the reactor and pumping out Hellions down. Like I said, it looks like his opponent Herofighter is going for the Marine tank Medivac kind of build going down here, which is very common in TVT, and I actually kind of like to do that myself. But Demo likes to throw some Hellions in there, grab some basically just throws the extra Hellions in there. So this little probe here, this little SCV here is going to scout out that there's 3 Hellions at the Xalnaga Tower. Probably going to get taken out by these Hellions right now. And it looks like Medivac is there, a siege tank is there, and some Marines are there. So at this point right now, if I was one base in Terran, I would basically push out with this army and just try to get a little scout going on with this army, or just to take as much out of the opponent as I can. And like I said, there is the Banshee play from Demo. He's got that Banshee. he's very good. He likes to get that Banshee out, likes to do a little harassment with these Hellions, and then he likes to push out with those Marines once he gets a decent amount. So the Hellions come up here to distract the army, and then he basically drops in, gets the Banshees over here, and maybe drops the Marines up there. So the Hellions are going to see that there's 2 sea tanks there, some Marines there. These tanks do so much damage against these Hellions, but the Marines, if they're in single file line, these Hellions just roast at them. So it looks like Cloak is there. Cloak is going to be researching right now. The first Banshee is there, and he is producing more Marines, getting a supply depot up. Missile turrets are going down, so maybe maybe this might be just a standard build for Hero Fighter, or kind of scouted that the starport had that tech lab on it, thinking he's probably going to have some Banshees. Or maybe it's just a standard build for Hero Fighter to get a couple of missile turrets up after he gets that engineering bay. So it looks like these Hellions are going to back up, stay at the Zalnaga Tower, make sure no push is coming his way. Looks like that Banshee's going to be swooping in here on the top hand corner of your screen, kind of coming down from the top map all the way down to the bottom, and it's going to attack move perfect in position right here. Now the range of this turret, I forget how to make it so you can see the range, but yeah, it's not going to be able to get this Banshee. So it looks like he's going to have to bring his Marines around to kind of take care of it, but there is also Cloak is about to finish. Yes, Cloak is just done, so he's probably going to have to force a scan out of Hero Fighter, or he's just going to get that Banshee out of there. And it looks like another Banshee's here to reinforce it. There's more Marines here, a lot more Hellions here, so this is a good time for him to push out with these Hellions. But there are tanks here. They do not have siege mode up, but it is being researched right now. It looks like Deemo's just giving this time to build his command center to maybe try to go for that expand. Ooh, perfect timing for these Banshees to come in. Cloak Banshees, taking out these Marines right when these units are pushing out, basically. So it looks like these 2 Banshees are going to have a fiesta over here with these SCVs. It looks like they're trying to build missile turrets, but it's not going to be in time. He's going to have to force a scan out of this base, which would be called down mules, basically. So once that scan goes down, those Marines are going to be there. At the same time, these Hellions sneak on through the ramp here. Excuse me, I missed that. So good distraction from the Banshees, not the Hellions. Going to be able to roast away at all these SCVs and the Marines, so that's going to be good. And then it looks like he's still going for this Banshee Hellion build, which I like a lot, but that's no anti-air. So yes, the Hero Fighter has his first Viking, have to deal with those Banshees, and he's probably going to get, he has no Ravens out, but he can still scan for that Cloak. Looks like there's going to be a little push coming, a counterattack coming from Hero Fighter, but at the same time it looks like there's going to be probably enough units here from Deemo to defend off against it, and there's going to be some Vikings being produced. So this push is going to be coming, and this is going to be the counterattack for Hero Fighter. If he can make this push work, he is kind of even at the game right now, but if he can't make it work, he's really far behind, because that was so devastating, those Banshee econ harassment, and he's going to have to force a scan out of this. Yep, he's going to force a scan out of that 1 command center. It looks like he does have 2, now, but he hasn't lifted that off to his expansion yet. So this Banshee is going to be able to take out some of these tanks without being recognized. These Marines and Hellions are going to push back because these tanks are going to have the vision on the high ground because the Marines and this Viking is there. These tanks are probably, do they have stim? They do not have stim. Hero Fighter GG's and leaves the game. Like I said, that push was like basically almost an all-in, but there was no SCVs off the line, so it kind of wasn't all-in, but it was basically that push would have dealt with the damage to the game and maybe brought Hero Fighter back into this game if he could have done some damage with that push. But he saw that he wasn't going to do any damage and GG'd. So I think what was effective here from Deemo is this Banshee harassment was so epic and perfect timing when the units were pushing out, and then he came in with the Banshee to harass a little bit, and then his forcing Hero Fighter to bring up his Marines and his tanks and everything to come here. He should have left the tanks, almost microed his tanks here on the ramp and just bring the Marines, because the tanks wouldn't have done any damage. They would have just got free shots for the Banshees, basically. So once those units were, that army was brought up back to the main, he snuck in those Hellions over here and roasted away at these SCVs. So I think that was a good game from Deemo, and I really enjoyed casting it, so I'll see you guys later.